It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wildcard Weekend. It's the Ravens and the Bills, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
Strap in, the first of three on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wildcard Weekend on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 7. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Great first drive defensively. 3rd and short, able to stuff the run.
And what it does is it gives not just confidence to your defensive players, it gives an overall feeling of, okay, we've established things here early. We can carry this throughout the game.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. Back deep to return is Marvin Mims. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Well, the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quicker.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
They run for the first time with James Cook. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
Slot man moves right. Now Allen. Coleman has it here right side. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
Second and 5 at the 22-yard line.
Now Cook running right. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Allen. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Pushing his way through. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And, you know, listen, there's 2 ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
The tight end in motion right. Here's Jackson to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Now 3rd down and 7. In motion left goes a tight end. Jackson now. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Let's take it inside his own 40. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. To the air, Allen. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
They're looking deep here for Flowers.
That's caught at the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Zay Flowers.
78 yards. And the Ravens have answered that early field goal to take a 1st quarter lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That's caught. It's Marvin Mims.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Now 2nd and 5.
From midfield, here's Allen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Looking to throw. Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Allen now looks to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do.
And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. As they've got it as we resume action. Now Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the Bills getting set to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The ball under 32. It's 2nd and 2. Play action. Now it's Allen. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And it's incomplete. Broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Receiver downfield. Offense.
So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official. Throwing now is Allen. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Now Allen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Ravens' 46-yard line.
And again, it's Allen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Allen going to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
That's another Buffalo Bills. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Allen to throw it. Flush to his right. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Ravens' 19-yard line.
Inside give to Davis. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Bass is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 30, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Delay of game, offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Coleman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. A final shot before half for Allen. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We had 2 great games yesterday, and we're just getting started here. The first of 3 more on this Wildcard Sunday. We'll get back out to you two in just a moment. Meanwhile, nothing settled in our Wildcard game. It's a tight one as we get ready for the third quarter. Standing by to take you the rest of the way, let's get it back to Brandon and Charles. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
They run it again with Cook. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And in a situation like this, you're in the with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a 1st down.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Here's Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. Jackson from the shotgun. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he'll
take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
That is caught, and he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 30. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They go play action with Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So nothing doing there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Throwing is Jackson. Shakes off the sack. And that is incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. Motion man is Shakir. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Give to Cook out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Coleman, the man in motion left. Allen. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Now Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit him quick. A little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To the air, Allen. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 10-yard line.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. To throw, it's Allen. Staying on his feet. Escaping the pressure. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So on fourth down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that'll bring him back within 4. So it's a third field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
No, they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the post.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They run a draw here on second down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Jackson now.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line. A handoff as they run the counter play.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Here's Jackson to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now it's Jackson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanketed his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finish this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. The slot man in motion right.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
Allen now looks to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Motion man is Shakir.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The Bills on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Allen.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now Allen again. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. 2nd and 11 at the 41.
Throwing now is Allen. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Operating from the gun, Allen. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Now Allen, gotta have this one. Being chased out left. Oh, and now some space to operate. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retained possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Allen. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Allen and the Bills now down by 8, 2:15 remaining. They need a touchdown here to try to force overtime, but they've got the support of this playoff record crowd. 1st and 10. Now Allen. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Now Allen. That is into the hands of Coleman downfield.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Throwing, Allen.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Allen. And that will be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Boy, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3. To throw is Allen.
And he comes back with one complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Here now, 2nd and goal. Here's Allen.
And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here now, a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
One more hurdle here. They need the 2-point conversion to, for the moment, stay alive in these playoffs.
Here's Allen.
Steps away to his left.
And he's going to be out of bounds to stop the clock. And they continue to move a little bit closer toward that potential game-winning field goal.
So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. And they take a knee. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. And losing in this wild card round, you know, they've got something to build on, though, for next year. But I don't know if they want to hear that right now.
Maybe not at the moment, but once they get away from it a little bit and they get into their off-season program, they'll start to talk about that. And I like how you framed it, building blocks, you know, building this program up. And one of my favorite coaches always talks about brick by brick, you build a program. And this is one of those bricks to build them towards the next season where they think they have a chance to advance farther in the playoffs.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.